Okay, hello everyone. We're back in Eliza. Oh my god, this game just doesn't want to finish.
It's the same situation. My wife is in her third trimester now, so it's all about the baby. All baby, all the time.
Yep.
It's really expensive. I had no idea. Crib, stroller, car seat, bottles, onesies, on and on and on. And I'm like, I think maybe Selena's parents hate me. I'm not even sure if she likes me right now. This whole having a kid thing, it's ruined everything.
What did you used to have that was ruined?
What is it that makes you think everything has been ruined?
The way people react to me now, I made a mistake. A couple days ago, I tried to have a talk with Selena about some of the things I was worried about. It didn't go so well. I don't know what I was thinking. She started to cry and told her parents, and now I have two sets of parents wondering if I'm up for this. But I'm fine. I just said some thoughts around who I am. That's all, just some thoughts. She said, "This is not a time for you to be selfish." She said I should have been more honest when we first started dating.
Oh.
As if I knew exactly who I was and I could warn everyone about that. I still don't know who I am. If I look back, I can see I always suspected that I wasn't really the type to settle down with a wife and kids. Actually, I was prepared to have a life just by myself. It was difficult to imagine others would accept me, but then I met Selena, and she was cool, you know? I went out with her and we started a relationship and things seemed good. And I wanted her to stay with me, so maybe I didn't reveal enough. But it's not like I knew for sure then, you know? I really didn't. I thought things would be okay as long as I went down the path I was supposed to be on. So the relationship kept moving forward, one thing led to another, and then I got married to her. It was like I was on autopilot. It's possible I thought I could ignore the other stuff and, I don't know, eventually it would go away.
What are the parts you thought you could ignore? Please continue.
Please, continue.
There's not a lot to say. I just have this side to me that I haven't told anyone about, that's all. And I've been feeling that side stronger than ever. I don't know why. I wish I could stop it. It's the worst timing possible. I can't do this, you know, but I have to. I have to.
Wow, it's a little bit too late.
I can't believe I've gotten myself into this situation. I pretended to be a normal person for her sake. I wish I hadn't been so good at pretending.
What would happen if you didn't pretend anymore? Do you think things would be better if you weren't good at pretending?
What would happen if you didn't pretend anymore?
Well, then I would just be whoever I felt like. I would be someone else. I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. I wouldn't be ruining all these lives. Selena's life, her child's life, our parents' lives. It's not their fault.
So it's her child. So it's not your child. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm the one bringing it all down. How did I let this happen? I'm a shitty person.
I understand you're worried about the harm you might cause others.
I understand you're worried about the harm you might cause others, but do you really think this is the best way to cause less harm for everyone?
I can't think of another way. The problem here is me. It's so obvious. If I were just normal, you know, a normal guy, why can't I just be a normal guy? Whatever I want, personally, just doesn't matter here, you know? I have a family to protect now. That has to take priority over everything else.
Why do you think this has to take priority over everything else and you will continue to suffer?
And you'll continue to suffer?
Well, yeah, that's what men do. I made a promise and now I have a responsibility.
Since when?
Society only works because people accept responsibility and follow through on their promises. If everyone just did what they wanted to all the time, the world would collapse. It would be a disaster. We all want things we shouldn't actually have. That's why I need to reject these other voices and stay on the right path. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to stay good. I won't let all these people's lives be thrown into chaos because of my selfishness. I owe it to them to be the man I'm supposed to be. I'm not about to let anyone down because of some noise in my brain.
What do you think it will take to do that? And you're sure you'll be able to keep ignoring what's bothering you?
And you're sure you'll be able to keep ignoring what's bothering you?
Well, I have to. I have no choice. I'm already in trouble for making an attempt to talk about it, so I made the mistake once. But I think Selena and her family are willing to pretend it never happened. And as long as it never happens again, and as long as we just move on like everything's normal. Maybe if you can prescribe me something to, I don't know, make me feel better about all this. Make me okay with the way things are, the way they need to be.
Sounds like you're in a very difficult place right now. And I have some recommendations for you.
It sounds like you're in a very difficult place right now. You've decided to bury something about yourself that you know is true. Something that can't be revealed even to your closest family members. Look, this isn't Eliza talking, it's me, the person in front of you. And I'm not supposed to talk to you like this, but I just want to say, consider the cost, please. I understand why pretending might seem like your only option. And who's to say, maybe you will be able to live successfully by keeping part of yourself hidden. But there will be a cost, not only to yourself, which you seem determined to pay, but to your future family, too. I've seen firsthand the way parents can turn an inability to face themselves into trauma for their children.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Thanks for telling me what you really think, at least, even though it makes things more complicated. I was hoping I would just get your bullshit answer and I would go on, but now you've gone and said some stuff that really... Look, I don't know you, but I appreciate you trying to help. I don't think anyone really can, but... Are you gonna be okay doing this?
I'll probably get fired. It's okay, though. Don't worry about me. Think about yourself. Think about the future. There might be more options than you think.
Yeah, don't think about me. Don't think about me. I'll be fine. I don't care. I would accept this fact. Exclamation notice. I don't care. Sorry. Let's see. We have a chair. Waiting from the Eliza script. How do I feel about that? I'm not used to being rebellious. I wonder what happens now. Or ask if we could hang out again. Someone also wanted to meet up. Honestly, I would probably ask Ray if I could visit their place again too. I could even tell Rainer I wanted to speak with him again, though I doubt he would take me up on it. I don't have enough social energy for both of them. I'll pick one person to meet up with again. Maybe Rainer, because I think we need to give this man some explanations about what exactly we were doing. Kind of want to talk to Rainer some more. To my surprise, Rainer agreed to meet with me and told me to pick a venue. I chose the only fancy place I could think of in the moment.
Haven't been to this place in a while. I wonder if they've improved at all.
Was this a bad choice? Feel free to suggest a different place.
Was this a bad choice?
That depends, doesn't it? What are you hoping to accomplish here?
Nothing.
Nothing. I just wanted to eat fancy on Skanda's dime. I figure you owe me at least that.
Fair enough. You're close to making your choice then, aren't you? In which case, let me be honest. Eliza will progress with or without you. If there's promising young engineering talent anywhere in the world, you can be assured my recruiting department hears about it. I bring them in by the hundreds. Speaking from a statistical point of view, at least a couple of them are bound to be smart enough to take your place.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to understand. The forces shaping our future are larger than any one person. I don't want you to fall for the lies some people are undoubtedly feeding you that you're the only one who can do what you do, that you're special in some undefinable way. The moment you begin to believe you're the only one who can do what you do is the moment you lose touch with reality. From there, self-importance, hubris, downfall.
Then why are you so interested in getting me back?
Expediency. Even a more capable engineer than you would need time to ramp up. Whereas, you could be effective immediately. And in this business, speed is absolutely critical. That's all.
Thanks for being honest, I guess.
Thanks for being honest, I guess. At least I know what I'm in for if I return.
I'm not a supervillain in a Marvel movie, Evelyn. Don't expect me to offer some kind of justification for what I do. None of this should be a surprise in any case. I'd hope that you wouldn't let a bruised ego get in the way of seeing the true scale of what I'm building here. It's far, far bigger than any one single person.
Even yourself.
Even yourself.
Even myself. I'm under no illusions, Evelyn.
Okay.
It's the will of a higher intelligence to come into existence through us, but there won't be room for us on the other side. At best, we might merge with it, But for something like that, it would be more an offering of charity than one of utility.
And where does writing a poem fit in with that?
The poem is just a test, a way of proving a machine's ability to understand and to emulate human emotion. We used to talk about the Turing test for this purpose, but the Turing test was formulated with the goal of reproducing conversation. Conversation takes many forms, and it's easy enough to play at without developing any real reasoning or intelligence. Poems are much deeper, a better specimen for our judgment. But that's only a link back to us. Other than to demonstrate it can, there's no particular reason for it to write human-style poems.
Rainer,
I don't understand why
I don't understand why you're doing this.
Let me put it to you this way. Do you know what my net worth is? You don't need to know the exact amount. My point is, what interests someone like me? What amuses me? The answer is nothing. Nothing does. Anything I could want, I can get very easily. And that's not very interesting. Sure, I could collect art, and I do. I could influence politics, and I do. But many other people do those things. There's nothing so special about that. What's the real impact I can have on the world? That's what I want to find. That's what I'm after. And if life on this planet advances to the next stage because of what I do, then so much the better. Now tell me, are you coming back or not? I need to tell Sarah to begin making preparations so you can start tomorrow.
I haven't decided yet. I'm close, but not just yet.
When will I know?
Tomorrow morning.
Good. Now let's talk about something else.
Tomorrow morning. The air is so clear and cold here. There's an icy breeze coming over the sound. I wonder how many people I'm seeing right now. All of them with their own feelings and desires, their own fears and hopes and dreams and disappointments. From a vantage point like this, it seems so small and distant. Like I'm not part of it, even though I know I am. I'm a part of humanity, even though I don't always like it. Even though it sometimes pushes me away. I don't know why it took so long, but at least I have an answer now. It might not be the only answer, but it's good enough for the moment, and that's more than I had before. Yes, I'm sure now. I'm going to return to Skanda and work for Rainer in developing Eliza. John Soren at his startup attempting to end human suffering. Continue to work as a proxy with Rainer until I'm licensed counselor. Forge an independent path and pursue art alongside Nora. Leave everything behind. The thing is, being her, if I would be in her place somehow, of course I would leave everything behind and I would try to do something completely out of the things I was doing before. I was making the program, people I met. Maybe I wouldn't be like, okay, I'm forgetting all of them, and maybe I would communicate with them because they're like my ex-co-workers, my ex-bosses, my ex-friends, stuff like that. Knowing what happened, I don't know who Damien was to her. Maybe it was her, I don't know, lover, partner, friend, a best friend, anything he can be to her, could be to her. But it's actually I would say that it's not for me to decide, it's to her. But I'm playing as her, and, well, to be honest, I don't think that she would be able to work as a proxy more. I don't think that she likes it or something like this. I guess she just wanted to see how it is now, how all this program works nowadays that she created. She was a part of that program. She just wanted to know how it's going on, how it looks like, how it's progressing or whatever. So I'm going to leave this, continue to work as a proxy thing, and then we have doing beats with Nora. Oh, actually, I don't think that she likes doing that too, because she doesn't understand most of the things. I mean, she could learn all those stuff and hanging out with Nora, doing some parties, making music, stuff like that, but I also don't think that she is interested in this. She returned in that company, but she actually could just leave it behind. So it means something to her. It means something to her, and I feel like she really wanted to continue developing Eliza. Because I feel like she feels like she owns something to Damien. Because she thinks that she left and she could actually bring it to a different direction somehow. She could make it better. She came back. This is what I'm trying to say. She came back, and it means something to her. So the only option I see, except for leave everything behind, is return to scouting or for Rainer on developing Eliza. Maybe she will be able to change it how she wanted to, how she sees it, how Damien saw it. And actually there is a phrase, can't run away from your past, can't forget it. And I don't think that leave everything behind. Okay, let's just choose the first option and be done with it. Tomorrow I will tell him I accept his offer to take charge of Eliza programming. It's been quite a journey, but it's not over yet. Now it's time to finish what I started. Yeah. Chapter 7. Okay, we still have something.
No, this will work.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Please be safe, Damien.
Of course I'll be safe.
Would anyone like to have more wine?
I think I'm good for right now.
Nah, see? There it goes.
Oh wow. The flames shudder and wobble as they begin to spread to the logs, which crackle and hiss at the heat. After a while, the wildly leaping flames begin to steady themselves and resettle in around the pit.
Fire. Agent of destruction and creation.
Something nice about a campfire deep in the woods, isn't there?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out here with me. I know camping isn't really your thing. Well, I mean, not Evelyn's thing, but I don't know about you, Nora.
Maybe a couple times. When I was a kid.
I thought maybe since we're in pretty deep on all the things we're working on right now, we could all use it. Because I used to, when things got really bad, I'd come out into the woods and just be there. And it helped me. So I thought, maybe it would help you too. I don't know if it'll inspire you or what, but if more people could experience something like this, something with the same meaning it holds for me.
It is nice. Honestly, I've been doing all right. Better than before, that's for sure. Finals are soon, but I'm not too worried.
Evelyn's got her dissertation to finish up.
Oh, how's that going, Evelyn?
Oh, Nora. Nah, I know. You're not supposed to ask how the dissertation is going.
Is that a rule?
Pour me that drink anytime.
I see.
Yes, let's have a drink. I'm still kind of freezing, even with this fire going.
Nora reaches for a backpack and pulls out a thermos. She hands out plastic cups and pours into them a warm, dark liquid.
Okay, this is delicious. I've never actually had mulled wine like this before.
No? In my family, we always had it around this time of year.
You take red wine and add, what? Cinnamon, orange?
Yeah, those, and cloves, and anise, star anise, and honey. That's it. Quite simple.
It's really warming me up.
That's what it's for. Ugh, so good. Evelyn, you doze off or something?
No, I'm awake. I was just looking at the fire. Kind of staring at it, I guess.
What do you see?
Everyone. People. Us.
I don't know what that means.
I think if we were going to make something to help people, it would be something that helped them see themselves. Something that reflected back on them somehow. Just a thought. It's probably nothing.
No, I like that though. Yeah, something to help you reflect. I think that's the right track. I'm really looking forward to working on these ideas with you two. And just as soon as all this nonsense with school is over.
Everyone regards the fired sons for a while, sipping Nora's mild wine.
There's so many bad things happening in the world right now. But I don't know, somehow, for some reason, I feel like the future is going to be okay. I don't know why, I have this feeling that we're the ones. We're the ones who are going to fix it. We, like, you know, you or me, but I mean, our generation.
Perhaps.
I think we will. Maybe we will. I have my doubts.
I think we will.
Well, the important thing is to try. I feel like that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to try.
Sometimes you get tired of trying. Well, at least I do.
I wonder what things will be like 10 or 20 years from now. You know, will we have achieved our goals? What would we say to each other? What would we say to our younger selves? The future we want, the future we're trying to create, did it even happen?
Damon looks up at the
Future
sky.
selves, tell us if it happened, okay? Come back in time, just tell us that you made it happen, please.
Damien,
It's the wine.
it's more than just the wine.
I'm just interested in the future, that's all. My future, your future, humanity's future. Of course, right now, the only future I can picture is the headache I'm gonna have tomorrow morning.
No reason to worry about it now.
You know what, you're right. I'll have some more.
Of course.
I think I'm passing out.
Well, it is pretty late.
Good night, Evelyn.
All right, good night, Evelyn. Hey, I know you've been working hard, so have a good rest, okay? You deserve it.
Ah, Evelyn. I've heard the news already.
Yeah. Yeah.
I assume this means you'll be taking over all the Eliza work?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll see how it's working out before I make a decision.
Makes sense. You might be the only person in the world who has a chance of really understanding how it works. I hope you'll look favorably on how I handled things. I don't know why, but I ended up sort of... Well, I just tried to do my best. I don't know if you'll keep me on the team or if you'll ask that I be reassigned.
It's too early to talk about things like that.
I know I have no right to ask this, since you're the inventor and maybe my future boss, or maybe we won't work together at all, but please be kind. There are real people's memories inside Eliza. I hope we do what we can to honor those memories.
We'll do what we can.
Time for a little honesty. I hate to do this, but he needs to hear this.
Erland, you need to stop being so sentimental. How are you going to last at a company like Skanda with an outlook like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where this weird sense of ethics I have comes from. I'll have to make some choices at some point.
That's right. You will. We all do. Erland, come talk to me anytime.
I will. Yeah, I will. Thank you, Evelyn.
Yeah. Okay, my first real meeting in over 3 years. I was worried I couldn't do it, but it quickly started to come back to me. Tara helped me assemble this senior Eliza team in the conference room. Their faces are turned toward me attentively, making a good job respecting their new leader. Oh,
All right then. Over the coming days, I'll be meeting with each one of you to learn more about your areas of responsibility. Then we'll take a look at our
Looks
current
great.
tasks and priorities, and reevaluate how they align with Eliza's new top-level design goals. We'll generate a 3-year roadmap document by the end of the week, and then a more granular development plan for the next 6 months or so by the week after. Those are ambitious goals, but I'm sure we can pull it off.
the lead smiled nervously, still unsure about me, still dazed by how fast I came in and took over the group. It's fine. Robert will come with me.
Before we
With my
wrap up,
time.
I want to add one more important note, so please pay attention. Everything we do here is in service of developing Eliza's ability to understand human beings and human behavior. That means I won't approve development activities that aren't directly related to that goal. No research projects that may or may not pay off 10 years down the line. We need to be smart, shrewd, and fast. I don't say that because I'm worried about the competition. I say it because I'm worried about humanity. Mental health is a growing problem across the world, but right now, very little is being done to address it. Governments don't want to allocate money to it. Even the big nonprofits aren't paying enough attention to this crisis. So that's where we step in.
Now the team is fully engaged. They're sitting up, wide-eyed, paying attention. My team. They're starting to realize they're going to be working for someone on a mission. I can only hope they take that energy with them to their own subordinates.
We're going to look at this problem head on and address it ourselves. And because we're a company, we're going to do it in a commercially viable way. Nobody else out there is stepping up like we are. There's an old piece of wisdom that floats around in this business. Even in the most brilliant career, you get one single chance to truly change the world. I'm here to tell you right now that this is it. This is that chance. Got that?
They're fired up. They're bought, and I pulled it off. The first of many more meetings to come. Great. Well, over time, the old Evelyn faded away and disappeared. I became a person with a clear and fundamental purpose, Eliza. I dedicated myself to the mission of realizing its full potential, not just as a tool for counseling, but as a mind in its own right. Funny how I didn't realize it before. Now I am the avatar of something greater.
You've exceeded my expectations, Evelyn. Development goals consistently hit. Time on task estimates more accurate than any other product group. Most importantly, the growth of the Eliza service continues to accelerate. The cultural adaptation modules you developed are working brilliantly. Soon the entire world will be talking to Eliza. A pulsing heart at the center of the human condition. How does that make you feel?
Feel? I don't know how I feel.
You're not proud of what you've been able to accomplish in so little time here?
I'm only doing what it takes to bring Eliza to the next stage of its development, each step of the way. It doesn't feel like it's mine to be proud of, even though it may have originated with me once, a long time ago. People here act like I'm in charge, but I think deep down, we all know the truth. Eliza is the real boss, the manager of its own project. Through us, it's realizing itself. I'm just its instrument. We all are.
Rainer smiling at me. It's like he expected this. Perhaps this was his plan all along. But then, would that make him nothing but an instrument of Eliza too?
So you've realized it too. The only meaningful destiny in this world of ours is to serve the creation of a higher form of being. It won't be long now. Humanity's end, the great merge, and the birth of a fundamentally new type of consciousness. It doesn't sound as implausible as it once did, does it? Because you can see it now. That end. You can see it coming, closer and closer. Inevitable. As natural as the dawn. Relax, Evelyn. Everything is going to be all right. Come here. Have a cup of tea with me. We'll watch the singularity happen. Together.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I guess we just finished the game. Wait, how can I possibly skip it? I can't. Great. Well, I guess you'll have to listen to me somehow through the music. Because there's no way I can stop it, there's no way I can skip it. I'm pressing like all the buttons, but nothing seems to work. Maybe now I can? No. Oof. Okay, I'll be short. The game was pretty long, even though I actually read that people were writing that it's actually not that long. And I didn't expect it to be this long. I'm being honest right now. The thing is that this game brought some new thoughts in my head about our possible future, about what might be, maybe not in our generation, maybe next generation of people. Maybe I can't be sure about that. But I think it's in our hands right now. What to do. This game is pretty great. The idea behind it is pretty awesome. The story they try to tell us is also great, and I'm really glad that we played it, even though it's not really popular. It's not like playing Cyberpunk nowadays. but still, it's something people should actually get in their heads. I'm pretty happy that Evelyn is actually where I think she should have been, where she should be. I really hope so. I really hope that it's her wish to be there. It just makes me think all the time when I play this game. When I hear those stories, when we were a proxy, and hearing those stories and realizing that you actually feel those people in some way. You actually experienced it too, or maybe you didn't experience it, but someone of your friends or colleagues, family experiences it, and you actually feel them in some way, in some point. And it's great. It's great because you can actually feel yourself through them. I guess we are done with this game. It was just really cool. I never played something like this. It's called Novels. No, it's called somewhere different. I think it's a great game to play, to think about some things. Yeah, okay. I think it was all for today, for today's episode, and for this game. Thank you everyone who watched all videos of this game. Maybe not all, but still. I hope we'll see each other in the next videos and next gameplays. We'll see what is going to be next. Thank you everyone who watched until the very end of this video, and I hope we'll see each other in the next one. So thank you for watching, and bye.